Hey, what's happening, Nerdy Nation? Isaiah here with the very first reactions coming straight from the world premiere of Marvel Studios' The Eternals. Just happened last night. The reviews didn't go up until about, I would say, about 1 a.m. And I wasn't going to be up that late trying to do this reaction video. But let's just go ahead and get into these world premiere thoughts about the film. The cast was in full effect last night. All members of the cast except Barry Koenig. He wasn't there at the premiere last night, oddly enough. But the rest of the cast did show out, from Gemma Chan to Angelina Jolie, Richard Madden, Chloe Zhao, Kevin Feige. It was decked out. And it looked like it was a very long blue carpet, a nice little walk from the start of the carpet to the end of the carpet. I have to admit, Marvel Studios never fails to give the best premieres. I mean, they're so grand in scale, but this one looked huge, a lot bigger than the other Marvel premieres I've seen. So I'm not going to talk for long. I just want to get in directly to these reactions. First up is from Warren Thompson, the Cosmic Wonder. You guys have heard of Warren Thompson. He said, just reflected on the Eternals for the past hour. I loved it. The storytelling is fantastic. It's super deep, dense, cinematically beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Unlike anything Marvel has done so far. It's funny and the action delivers. Great movie. That's good to hear. Like I said, the visuals, of course, the visuals are going to pop. I mean, from all the TV spots and trailers that the little we've seen so far, I have to admit, they really keep the story to a minimum, but they definitely love showing off the visuals. And this is going to be Marvel's most beautifully shot film ever. But let's get into this next one. This next one is from Liam Crowley at the Direct. Eternals is a cinematic experience. Chloe Zhao, the director, delivers something familiar yet so foreign in the best way possible. Greek mythology meets Interstellar meets the MCU. Wow. Now, Greek mythology, that's one thing, but Interstellar, for all who don't know, that's one of Christopher Nolan's real space fantasy epic, and that movie is wow in itself. That's saying something. Ensemble is one of Marvel's strongest. Barry Keoghan is a rock star. Slow at times, yes, but it pays off. Okay, so it's definitely giving us story. Okay, so that's good. It's definitely giving us a very expansive story, especially from what I've been hearing, where it said it's covering 7,000 years, basically the birth of the MCU, which is something to say. This story is going to have a lot to say, especially with 10 new characters that we've never met before. So that's good. But all right, let's get to this next one. Oh, this one I've been waiting to read. It's from the POC Culture on Twitter. Go give them a follow. Eternals is the most epic film of the year, and it's also the most relationship-driven Marvel story. That's interesting. It's grand in scope and has consequences that will reverberate throughout the MCU, but it's also completely about the characters and how they relate to each other. Okay, it seems like he has a lot more to say. Gemma Chan is an absolute star, and bringing her back to the MCU is probably one of the best casting decisions ever. She's magnificent, yet incredibly endearing and lovable. She's the kind of hero everyone can cheer for. Wow, okay, and that's great. And I mean, sometimes I forget that she wasn't Captain Marvel. I really do. I forget that she was in that, and plus she was blue, so nobody really would have noticed. And plus her character, spoiler alert, died towards the end anyway. So yeah, so it's fine. You see, it's good that you can reuse actors in good ways like that. So yeah, that's good. It's real good. PLC Culture goes on to say, Chloe Zhao did a masterful job of somehow taking 10 brand new characters and weaving a complex emotional story that makes you care about all of them. Eternals is a family drama. Wow. So yeah, family. The overall cast was incredible. The relationship dynamics between Cersei and Icarus, Gilgamesh and Athena, Phastos and his family. It was so beautifully written. And one thing I noticed from the world premiere that this was written by a group of guys actually, which I found which is good. Usually you see about maybe 1 or 2 screenwriters. I think I saw maybe 3 or 4 screenwriters to deal with this. So that means they really Marvel Studios really let these screenwriters really kind of dive into family dynamics and things of that such. So that makes it even more interesting for me. Oh wow, even more to go. POC Culture really went in with his review, with their review. The Richard Madden was exceptional, really magnetic as Icarus. What an interesting and complicated character. Okay, I wish we got more Makari. She was probably the one character that wasn't given enough to do, despite being such a great character with several cheer out loud moments. Oh, wow. Okay. So, like I said, maybe we'll see Makari, but maybe not as much. But the one thing I would definitely say about Lauren Ridloff, is that last time on the red carpet, it was so beautiful. It was just something beautiful about seeing our first. Hold on, let me drop my air here. Sorry to spritz a little bit. But it was back to Lauren Ridloff. It was something special to see someone, our first deaf MCU character, and seeing her sign and really hearing her responses about how, this was something that she was looking forward to, seeing how how this character is going to come about throughout the film. It was amazing just seeing that the representation. It was the representation for me, and it really just it really just shows that this cast really was as diverse as they say. Yeah, they say you have a diverse cast, but when you look at the cast list and see the different walks of life that all these people come from, it's like, yes, this is Marvel's most diverse cast, and like I said, can't wait to see it. And okay, last part of the POC's long tweet here. It says there are 2 stingers, and wow, my head is still spinning. Yeah, that is what I'm hearing a lot. That the post-credit scenes for Eternals is, they say it's very, yeah, they said they're game changers. Like I know they said that about Shang-Chi's post-credit scenes. Not going to reveal what they are because I know people still want to see, so which is good. But I believe the Eternals post-credit scenes are going to be bigger. I don't know anything about them, but I know they're going to be bigger. I really trust that they're going to be bigger, and especially in scale. And I think, and from what I'm hearing, it's like going to be the biggest change to the MCU. So yeah, can't wait. Let me go ahead and read this next one, and this one is from Geeksvibe Nation. Yeah, we all know Geeksvibe Nation on Twitter. Fresh off her Oscar win, Chloe Zhao doesn't miss a step with Marvel's Eternals. Eternals is one of the most visually stunning comic films we've seen. Zhao has great eye for detail, and we see that with her set pieces and character designs, which pay homage to the comics. Wow, so comic lovers, yes, you're going to see that. Eternals delivers plenty of hard-hitting action with some tear-jerking moments and some surprises that may shock you. Zhao dives deep into the charismatic, diverse cast of characters, and while some are fleshed out more than others, she handles the large cast with ease. Wow, that's good. And that's what you want to hear coming out of a movie this massive in scale. It's like, how are the characters done? How are they being done, like in terms of story, or is everybody getting enough screen time? I know we all worry about that. Oh, let me get it back. Okay. Athena, Icarus, and Cersei are for sure the standout, and they demand the screen each time they are on. But Makari is one character we would have loved to see more of, as she brings so much heart to this film. Fans will fall in love with these characters. Wow, that's good. Not enough Makari, I guess. Don't know what's going on there. Eternals is beautiful. Is a beautiful, character-driven epic that really must be seen in theaters to be appreciated. It ushers in the next wave of the MCU, and it sets the tone for what's to come. And it sets the tone for what's to come. We have our, they'll have their review coming soon. So that's pretty good. I'm just going to read these last ones that I've gotten here. This one is from Herb Scribner. Well, Eternals is huge in cast, story, scale. It's beautifully told with excellent music, acting, and pacing. It's one of the more cinema Marvel movies to date, and deserves a place in the upper tier of MCU films. That's great. That's good to hear. That is really good to hear. Eternals is the definition of world building. Good. That's good. I love a good world building. That's why I love Lord of the Rings so much. My favorite trilogy of all time, and it definitely, that one thing that trilogy did was definitely have effective world building. The story is so complex and really leans on the Marvel lore. They set up so much to be explored moving forward. I never wanted the movie to end. Eternals is the most beautiful and ambitious film Marvel has made. These tweets are from Matt Ramos. The cinematography and visuals were stunning. The cast was brilliant. I really want to see more of these heroes. It felt like at any moment any character could die. The ending was insane and had me screaming. Whew. Wow. Like I said, I have yet to see a bad review for this film. I am really this is my most anticipated Marvel film right now, because I don't know what Spider-Man No Way Home is going to do. There's so much hype on that film. I had to bring it down a little bit, but Eternals right now is at my top of my list, and I'm ready. I can't say that enough. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to see what they got. Also, I did see a review. I thought I saved it, but they definitely recommended that you see this on the biggest screen possible, preferably in IMAX, because they said the visuals really pop with the IMAX, with it being shot in IMAX. And Marvel is actually going to be the first. Eternals is going to be the very first MCU is going to be definitely the first MCU film to have featured 143.1 IMAX scenes, which is Marvel's first time ever doing that. They usually shoot in digital IMAX, with I think with 191, I believe, but 143, that's big. That means you have to see this on the biggest screen you can. And I plan on doing that. That's I haven't got my tickets yet, but that's what I'm definitely going to do. Go to the biggest IMAX screen I can find and enjoy this movie. And you all should do the same. Go ahead, make it a night. Go ahead and go off and go to dinner, plan something. Be safe out here in these COVID streets. But yeah, that's all here, guys. I know we ran a little bit long with this, but hey, we're excited Marvel fans, and I cannot wait to catch this movie in theaters on November 5th. This is Isaiah, and until our next video, be safe, be well, peace.